Okay, it is Tuesday, October 14th, 2014, and I'm here to do a little Code 1 trading. Thus far, I've really only been showing free trading of the code. There's a way to actually find the real code, mathematically, a way to do it. And with that, you can get your trades down to even a higher mathematics. I haven't actually done that today, but I am going to do sort of like that, where I'm just going to focus more to hopefully achieve a higher math, possibly win every trade. So I'm going to try to demonstrate that today, and then we'll take the one trade per day strategy, of course. So let me come back once I've taken an entry. Okay, I have taken an entry here to go short. And in the interest of time, let me go ahead and pause the video, and I will come back and show you the progression and of course the outcome of this trade. I'm going for 20 ticks. I'll be able to keep the loss smaller than 20 ticks if I do have a loss. I haven't calculated what it is yet. And keep it down to about 10 ticks if I do have a loss. 10 tick loss, 20 tick profit. So I'm going for 20. I will come back shortly and show you the progression and the outcome of this trade. As you can see, the trade is starting to move in the right direction a little bit. It's going to go up and down here a little bit. I'll come back. Okay, it's starting to slide down here now. Just to see, it depends on what this thing's going to do. See, the risk in this trade, let me show you really quick, okay? So that you can learn. Here's the risk. Let's see, I want to show you the 10-minute. Here's the risk. See, look at the 10-minute. Look at where we are in the 10-minute. Do you see what I'm saying? We're right at the bottom of the 10 minutes. So this thing could bounce back hard on me and not hit the exit. Right? So it's either going to break and hit, or it's going to bounce back hard. So should I just exit now, or should I just wait for it to go and break? It's a risk. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. What I don't want to do is let it bounce back above my entry. I'm going to exit if it does. I mean, as soon as it gets close to my entry, I'm going to exit. So it's either going to continue down, or it's going to go up, and I'm going to exit. This is why I wanted to show you this, just so you could see on the chart. You can't trade on a laptop. Get rid of the laptop. You need a computer, and you need some screens, and you need to look at the charts so you can see where we are. I do not want to let this thing bounce back on me. If I had time, I'd place a stop. I do not have time. Any second could bounce back. Any second, or it can drop down hard. I don't even have time to look at the code. Nothing. I probably should just exit this trade. I'm just looking to see if it'll start to down again, because if it will, it'll go. Come on, go down. But I am ready to get out. Don't get stuck like a deer in headlights. You get out. If you don't trust yourself, then just get out. Because it can bounce back hard. I'm out. It can bounce back too hard. You don't want to play games with that. That's why you need to know where you are. Now watch it go back down. That's why you need to know where you are. It's okay. I'd rather, because I can always take a re-entry. It's no big deal for me. You don't want to risk it. This is all about mathematics. Forget about gambling. Play the math. Where are we on the chart? What's the mathematics of it breaking down versus going up? Well, I can tell you mathematically, it will go up more than it will break. That's just a positive mathematical fact. What's the math on it? I'm not sure, but I would say it's at least 60-40, probably more like 70-30, maybe even as high as 80-20. That's the math. It's not in your favor. So really the play I should have made was, instead of going for the 20 ticks, which I locked myself into, by the system, I should have just went for the bottom. As soon as it triple bottomed like that, should have just got out. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But since I know the code, I can always take entry after entry after entry and get it right. Can't always get the exit right, but I can get the entries right. And it came really super close to my exit. What was that? I was in at 66. So I was going to be out at 46. Let's go see where it went to. It was close. Close but no cigar. It went down to 51. So it was 5 ticks away. So I have 15 ticks. But the point is, that's how, this is the reality of trading. Can't always hit them. I'd be willing to bet, though, that if that wasn't the bottom of the daily right there, that we would have hit the exit. Just because it was the bottom of the daily. That's all. So it just happened to be because of the circumstance. No big deal. So we'll try it again. Go for another shot. I will be back shortly to take another shot at this, and then I'm going to go into the 1 trade per day strategy. Be back shortly. Okay, in my continuing effort to help all of you learn to trade, let's go over a couple things here. Now, let's take a look at where we are on the daily chart. Let's zoom out a little bit to give ourselves a little bit of perspective on where it is we actually are. You can see now that, back in June, the 24th of June, it's way up here. And now it's just been coming down, and then it made a very sharp move down from here, straight down in a short period of time. Very sharp move down. Okay? And where are we now? Well, now we're at the very bottom. A double bottom. See the line going across? We're at a double bottom right there off the daily chart. So I mean, we're it's a question of, are we going to break below that bottom now and go lower, or are we going to bounce now off that bottom and go back up? That's the question. Or maybe break below and then go back up. It could do, one of those 3 things, okay? So that's the big question right now. However, using the code, it would be great if we could get a short entry into this, and then it would break below. I think it might be already doing it now. What looks like it's 50, right about 51 is the low. 51. It's now at 59 here, okay? So if it breaks below 51, I think that's a break, and then it's going to go lower. How much lower? I don't know, but it could go quite a bit lower. Code 2 has already done 160 ticks today. We're at the bottom of 160 ticks right now off of Code 2. So, if this is going to go lower, it's going to go even more than that. So we're on the fence here. It could go back, or it could go even more. So what I'm going to attempt to do here now is to use Code 1 and see if I can't get a good entry, and let's hope it's going to be a short entry. Let me go back to the 1-minute chart. Let's zoom in. Okay. Alright, let's see here. It's already breaking. Oh, no. Too late. Okay. I can't explain why, but actually I will explain why. But so for those of you out there who will understand, I can't take this trade because if I were to lose, it would lose too much. Yeah, it would just be too much. So, way too much. So I'm going to have to pass up here, unfortunately. Well, maybe I didn't explain it well enough for those of you that know what's going on, know the system. It's whenever you get in, you can calculate your out. You always want your out to be, 10 ticks, 12 ticks, If it goes more than that, it's kind of a lot. If I was going to do something, though, I would go short here. I'd go short. But it's risky. I mean, it could snap back 20 ticks on you real fast. And then, boom, you're out. But then it keeps on going down. Or it might just keep on going down. But it's risky. There it goes. It's going down, but it could still snap back anytime. See, it's really risky down here. Let's see now. We are at 200 ticks right now off code 2. 200 ticks. So see, it's really risky because, I mean, these things either go 200 ticks max or 350 ticks. I mean, is it going to go down another 150 or is it going to bounce here off 200? Because usually they will. Might go 220. But anyway, it's risky territory. As a trader, you really don't want to risk. If you were in already before the big drop, it's a little bit different. You could risk the gamble, it's going to go even lower, or you can, take your profit. It's a gamble. I mean, mathematically, I can't call it either way what it's going to do. I could attempt to use the code on it. Code 1 still says go short. So, but still, when code 1 is wrong, it's going to be bounced really super big. So that's why I don't want to get in. Because if I'm the play is too big, it would stop my 20 tick stop out like it was nothing. I don't want to risk that. If I could get in with a 10 tick or 12 tick or 15 tick risk, I might risk 15. I'd rather risk 10, no problem. 12 I would risk, but not an easy 20. No way. So you can also use the code to your advantage like that. I mean, like for instance, if you're just sitting there looking at the daily chart, you see we're broken here on the daily chart. We've gone lower. Right? We're in free territory. It really looks like it's going to go down too, as you can see. Code 1 still says go down. Code 2 also says go down, but there it goes. It's going down too. Okay, that's about 200 and let me see here. Let me think. That's 220 right there. 220 ticks off code 2. I mean, just mathematically, I can just tell you it's bottoming out off code 2. It goes 220 about max. Sometimes as much as 240, or it'll go 350. Is this one going to be a 350? It might be. It might be. You know why? Because we're at the very bottom here, and it might really spike down and make a real bottom. I mean, like a big, big bottom, it might. I'm going to let you watch this because this is some serious action here. Just as a trader, okay, if you want to play with 20 tick stops, you really, you don't really, you needed to be in at a previous level, which was off code 2, and then you'd be riding this thing down, right? Trying to get in down here and trying to get the direction, unless you're using a precision level entry off the code, and I can't do it anymore because code 2 is going to come up. See how I say it is bottoming off of 220? Actually, that's almost like 230. Yep, that's like 228 right there. That's probably the bottom. Mathematically, it probably is. Mathematically, in terms of what it usually will always do. Let's see here. Do we have an entry? Not what I want to take. But if I would have held my original entry, I would have been in. See, I went short. But it was just a bit risky up there to hold. But if I would have held it, relative to the code 1 entry, it would have been good. It never would have gotten out, and I would have held it the whole entire time. It would have been good. That's where you should have got in at, right where I got in at that short entry, and then just held it. I would have made a huge trade. Well, actually, I would have made a huge trade. I would have got out for 20 ticks. But maybe not. Actually, no, maybe not, because I would have saw that the bottom was down there and would have made for an extra 20, so I might have gone for 40. I would have hit it very easily, obviously. The reason why is because if 20 ticks takes you down to the bottom of a daily or a break, then you go for more. Because why let it break and then it just hits your 20? Because if it breaks, it's likely to go a lot lower. So you need to go for extra. So you'd go for the 20 plus 20 more. That's high math. Obviously, you could have made a lot more than just 40, but still, the 40 would have been high math at that point off of a break. Not 40 ticks from the break, but you were already 20 ticks, shorting at 20 ticks from the break, and then it would go 20 ticks more. That's high math. Off of especially off a daily chart like that. Okay, so I am going to come back. See where the price is now. It's at 83. Let's just call it 83. That's where it's at. See if it goes lower. How much lower? Or if it bounces and goes back up. Code 2 will be coming back up. This one was worth 230 ticks so far. Now, what's a possibility is, a very good possibility, in fact, that we will get a second Code 2 short entry. Remember what happened last time? The thing dropped out, went down like 50 ticks, boom, just like that. Well, it could do the same exact thing again this time, because look at the daily chart. Look at the daily chart. It could do it looks very much the same like it did last time it dropped out, didn't it? In fact, it looks even scarier. It looks even better for it to even go down, and it may in fact do it. So we got one that's worth 230 ticks so far. This thing goes back up a little bit and gives another short entry off of it that's close to the bottom. Guess what it's going to do? It's going to go down and break again. So we can go for a pretty big trade. I mean, I will at least go for 40 off the next code instead of just 20. I didn't do it before because I wanted to keep the math high, but there are certain times to go for it. And last time was definitely the time to go for it, and this time would be another time to go for it here. Because these times don't come around, they only come around every so often. It's not like this is going to come around again very often. Next we're going to be going way back up again. So I'll come back for code 2 for the 1 trade per day strategy. Let's see if we can't hit 20 and possibly even 40 ticks. It might give us a long entry and we'll just squeeze 20 ticks out of it. That's fine. We'll end the day. Or we'll go for the 40 if it's a short entry. Okay, I'll come back shortly. I just want to show you the 10-minute here real quick. You can see where we are in the 10-minute. You saw the daily. Here we are at the bottom of the 10-minute. That's like 230 ticks off code 2. Let me see here. Yeah, 200 and actually that's about 220 ticks off code 2 so far. Now here's what most likely will happen. It'll most likely come back up into code 2, and then it's going to drop back out, or it'll go down into code 2 and make a big bottom, and then it'll go back up again. But it would be much better if it goes up. So if it goes down and does that, it will get an easy 20. Either way, we'll get an easy 20 ticks. So it's just going to be another easy 20 ticks today. Either way it goes, it'll definitely move 20 ticks though today. You pretty much guarantee that. Okay, I'll come back shortly. I've got a lot of clients writing me emails about how they're hitting these trades going down. And I sort of feel like I'm left out because I don't get up early to take these trades. But see, a lot of these clients, they're like in Europe and stuff, and Singapore, and they're able to take these trades at like these really nice times during the day and in the evening. And for me, it comes at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, for a lot of people, they would say, "Oh, that'd be perfect." They would love that because they're morning people. But for me, I'm not really a morning person. I'm not really a night person. I'm just sort of like a day person, I guess. And but I'd do better at night than the daytime for sure. I mean, the morning for sure. Like in the evening, I'd be fine. If I could trade in the evening, oh, it'd be perfect. Or the day, it's fine. Right now is fine. Just not too early. That's not 6 o'clock. So I just need to get myself in a different time zone, and I can join all the fun. Because yeah, I mean, it's been so simple. All you gotta do is just use the code for the entry. The code 2 today was not hard. And you could use the code 1 on the entries. Just kept giving them. Boom, just go down. I mean, it's not hard. A lot of people are doing it. Except for me, I feel like I'm being left out. You see, it just been going sideways for a bit. It's because it's taken a breather off of 220 tick code 2 move. Okay, I'll come back and we'll take the 1 trade per day. It's going to be easy 20 ticks, possibly 40 ticks if it gives a short entry. By the way, I just wanted to point out that the last entry that I would have taken would have been good. It would have made it, but it was risky, so I didn't want to risk it. But I mean, just because it made it doesn't mean it's appropriate to take those, because they are risky, and every time you lose the 20 ticks. But for those that like to gamble, I mean, you can take them. You're going to lose when you lose, you're going to win when you win. But you should obviously go for more than just the 20, though, if you're going to gamble on those. Because when they are right, they usually do go more than 20. They usually go like 40. So that would put you at the better math at that point. I think you'd probably get it too. So I'm not sure here, but it looks like it wants to capitulate into... It looks like it's going to capitulate and go down. That's not going to be appropriate for, depending on what it does, but most likely it won't be appropriate for 40, But 20, we should be able to get 20 no problem. But if it does come up and then, or it does give us a short entry, then definitely we can go for 40 on this one, no problem. Let's hope it does that. I don't hope it doesn't capitulate down. It looks like it's going to though, but it may stop and come back up. Okay, I'll come back shortly. Okay, for you one trade per day players out there, this is a very unique situation we're sitting in right now. There is a very real chance this thing is actually going to give a short entry. If it did, 40 ticks would pretty much be in the bag. I am going to go ahead and change it to 40 now. Okay, changes our exits to 40. Now if it goes the other way, I'll adjust that back to 20 manually once I get in. But if it goes short, I'm going to hold the 40 because it should be able to make it no problem. My only concern would be whether or not I could get a good entry on it. But this is a very unique situation. You're not going to see this very often. What it looks like it's setting up to do is to go short and then drop out. But we'll see. It may do the opposite. Okay, it may do the opposite here and bounce, but we'll see. This is, this one's going to be interesting. All we got to do is get this right, and 20 ticks, even 40 ticks, we could get, especially if it's a short entry. I will be back very shortly. Yeah, I'm afraid this probably isn't going to be a good day, because here's the reason why. It probably won't give an entry. Here's the reason why. The range is really super big. Yeah, it's really super big, unless it's gonna go short. I doubt it. Let me think here. Okay, it's gone short. I'm gonna play a halfback on this one. Oh no, no, no. Well, should have went short. Too late. Okay, I could still try a halfback technique. Where did it go to? Let me think here. 6. Let's see here. It's like 58, 48. Okay. Alright. So let's see if we can get in like at around... Right, this is a risky one, I'll tell you. This is a risky one by its very nature, I'll tell you. But if we could get in for a good price, though, it would be worth it to go for it. Well, let me see here. Actually, I can just use the code. I can just use the code on this. I can use code 1 entry. Well, I'll just do that. That's the best way to do it. Yep, that's by far the best way to do it. It just may give us the perfect entry too. Right into it, go short, and then it'll drop down, and maybe we could get 40 ticks from right there. Otherwise, the halfback technique, the entry would be, let's say, well, let's see here. It would be, so it would be like, figure it would be around 82. Is that right? Wait, no, I think that's wrong. No, that's wrong. Okay, hang on a second. Man, what's this chart? Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah, my original calculation was right. The halfback would be at 82. 82 would be your halfback entry. So 40 ticks up from here, and you'd get in to go short off of this trade. But the whole thing is just, it doesn't look like it's moving very much, but this is a huge move. Just this one bar is a gigantic move. It goes all the way from 90 all the way down to 33 on one bar. It's just a gigantic move. That's why the whole thing is just risky. No matter which way it goes, it's just a very risky trade. The entry, I missed it because it would just look so risky, and it did go down. You would have hit the, let's see, you would have hit 30 tick exit, no problem. 20 ticks, obviously, no problem. No, I don't think it would have hit 40 though. No, I don't think so. No, it wouldn't have hit 40. So what I am going to do, this trade has only been good for about 30 ticks, roughly. A little over 30 ticks. Maybe about 35. I think it's going to be good for more, probably. So I'm going to use a code 1 entry into this trade. And if it gives a short entry, I'll go for 40 ticks. Let's say if it gives a short entry somewhere up here, like around 80 or so. Somewhere around 80, maybe 90, maybe even 82, maybe only, 75, something like that. Or even down here. But as long as it gives a short entry close to the bottom here, I'll take it and hold it for the break into 40 ticks. So I'll use a precision level code 1 entry into a code 2 trade to go for a 20 to 40 tick trade. Be back shortly. Just calculated this thing. It has gone, remember I said it would go 220 ticks or it'll go 350. Well, it's gone 400. 400 ticks down. That's not something you're going to see every day, that's for sure. But that is one big move, that's for sure. And I'm trying to think, what's the chances of it going down even more than that? I mean, man, I'm not trying to think when the last time I saw 400. I can't really remember. I can remember 350, but I don't really remember 400. So it's a big move. Is it going to go down even more than 400? We'll see what code 1 says. Be back shortly. Just for the record, the halfback entry technique is in effect, has been triggered at 82 to go short. I, however, am going to use code 1 for the entry. Be right back. Okay, it's actually given a long signal instead of a short signal, which kind of really threw me off. But I figured that this is code 1, so I might as well go ahead and take it. I'm going to want to put a protective stop on this ASAP as soon as I can. Let me prepare it now. 8208 on the stop. 8208 on the stop. 8208. Where are we at? Looking at the code. Okay, I'm placing it now. Okay, stop is in place. I'll let it go. Just looking for 20. Oh, is it going to come back and stop me on already? Come on. Go up. I'm just looking for 20 here. I'll just take 20. Let me go ahead and, well, I can get out manually at 20. 07, 17, 27. Where did it go to? Went to about 18. Let's see if it wants to go up here. Or is it just going to come down on me? Okay. I'm playing a little too protective, I suppose. Probably going to take off now. But you know, the thing is this thing is really moving today. Okay, jumping up and down in a big range because it's moved 400 ticks. So if you don't play protective and conservative on a day like today, you can really get chopped up real fast. Hit a couple 20 tick stops, and then boom, you're like, you know, way down. You're like, what happened? What happened? True, granted, it's going up now. I would have made it. I would have won. Should have just held on. But you're taking more of a risk, because if it goes against you, boom, 20 ticks is gone. So that's why you saw me play really conservative right there. But so I wasn't able to end the day with anything really. Up 220, but you know, wasn't able to make any ticks today. It's just moving too much. This isn't a normal day. You'll see, tomorrow won't be like this. It'll be different. Every day is different, but it's just been moving down really super hard. But it's going to stop. And by the way, this bottom down here, technically that shouldn't be the bottom yet. It's going to probably go down some more. It may go down later during the Asian or the Euro or back around to the USA session again. Probably won't be the bottom. It usually doesn't make bottoms right there. So, looks like it's going to slide down some more, I suppose. Anyway, I may get up early tomorrow to try to take it because I'm missing these huge trades, and then just trying to trade code 1 after it's gone down really super big. And that's been the problem, because it's gone down really super big, and then it doesn't want to, it makes it either risky like today, or didn't want to do much like it did yesterday. It goes tight. One of the two. The real move was earlier, so I needed to get up earlier to take it, to get in on these code 2 trades, because it's not hard to hit the code 2 trades, and then you hold them for 100 ticks. Today you could have held it for 400 ticks, but who would have known, right? Still, even just 100 ticks is a lot better than 4 ticks. So 1 trade per day today. Well, I didn't get it. There was no. I mean, I passed it up. Actually, I passed it up. It would have hit it. It would have made it. It looked too risky to me, and I didn't take it. So I just willfully missed that one, I suppose you could say. But it was actually good. It was good. It would have made 20 ticks, no problem. Would have made 30 ticks even. Should have took it, obviously. Okay, I will be back tomorrow to continue on with the trading. Every day is different. Some days I have good days, some days bad days, some days are more riskier than others, and I stay out, but I should have got in. Other days I'll say, oh, I remember last time, and then I'll get in, and that would be the day I should have stayed out. That's why you either play it one way or another. Okay? If you want to play it this way, where you're always going to play it, then always play it that way. If you want to play it like I just play it, then always play it that way. Really conservative if you are going to play, and then otherwise just don't even play, because it's just inherently risky. Unless you can get precision level entries, which I did, but passed them all up, unfortunately. If I just would have took one of them, I would have made it. This is another long entry that seems to be moving up here. I don't know if it would hit my exit yet. I think it would probably come really close. Anyway, a risky day. I passed it up. It happens. Every day is different. Remember, like I said, every day is different, and you react different to every day. So every day is different, and it's different for everybody. There would be other code traders wouldn't even know any better, and they would have just taken the trades, and they would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's working perfectly. And I'm sitting there making nothing, while they're sitting there making a bunch of money. Every day is different. Everybody reacts different to everything. There'll be other times where I'll take trades and they'll miss out, and I'll do really well. But everybody trades different. Everybody reacts different. Every day is different. That's one of the beautiful things about this, because not only we get to make money from it, but it's also a nice challenge. Give you a nice chess game to play. A nice chess game to play and overcome, and as for an intellectual challenge for a financial reward. I mean, a lot of people do a lot of things for money, and this is something that you could do, sort of like a video game. You know, if you're good at video games. I know it sounds crazy, but it sounds silly, but it's sort of like a video game. But it's applied mathematics towards it, since it's a contained system. Anyway, as you can see, it is definitely moving up and down. I could be taking some code entries off of this thing. They are working, but anyway, it's late. It's too risky of a day. I took some chances. They didn't pan out for me. I don't want to keep taking chances. I have a losing day today, and I'm just gonna come back tomorrow. Cause guess what? Watch what happens tomorrow. It'll be a whole nother day with a whole nother different scenario. We might even be going up tomorrow instead of down. Exact opposite. You never know. Or we might be continuing to go down. Who knows? But every day is different. Every day will be different here too. The trick is to always try to stay positive, not go negative. And today is a risky day. I could easily go negative today by making a little mistake. I don't want to risk it anymore. It's too late. And I am now going to cut it short for the day and call it a day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope that you're learning a lesson that every day is different for everybody, for different reasons. Although I'm gonna do something about getting up earlier so I can start taking this big trade, because I mean, this is kind of a joke considering I made 220 today and it went down 400 ticks. Sort of a joke, you know. All I had to do is wake up earlier and I could have nailed it. I would have made at least 100, maybe even 200 today. I wouldn't have made 400. Never would have thought it would go down that much. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Happy trading out there, traders, and hope you guys are learning a lot about trading and the code. See you tomorrow.